Vanakkam to everyone. I am Revati Chinnathambi from the Department of Physics at Asian Metric Higher Secondary School, Apputhotam, Konganapuram. In this session, I am going to discuss about the effect of heat energy, expansion of substances, expansion in solids, linear expansion, coefficient of linear expansion, areal expansion, coefficient of areal expansion, cubical expansion, and the coefficient of cubical expansion. Let's see the effect of heat energy. When a certain amount of heat energy, we can say like Q amount of heat energy is given to a substance, it will undergo one or more of the following changes. We can take some quantity of substance, then applying some amount of heat energy, then that substance will get some changes. That is, the temperature of the substance rises, the substance may change its state. That means from solid to liquid or from liquid to gas. And also the substance will expand when it is heated. The rise in temperature is in proportion to the amount of heat energy supplied. That is nothing but rise in temperature is directly proportional to the amount of heat energy is supplied. Suppose we can consider the temperature T and quantity of heat energy Q means temperature T is directly proportional to quantity of heat energy Q. That means quantity of applied heat energy increased means the temperature of the substance will be increased. At the same time, the applied heat energy is decreased means the temperature of the substance also decreased. Rise in temperature depends on the nature and the mass of the substance. Underline these two terms. The rise in temperature of the object with respect to applied heat energy is depends on nature of the substance and a mass of the substance. For example, we will take 1 kilogram of water and applying 1 joule of heat energy to raise the temperature 1 degree Celsius. At the same time, we will take 1 kilogram of milk, then applying 1 joule of heat energy means the temperature of that milk increased may not be 1 degree Celsius. Because of these two liquids, that is water and milks, are having different nature. That is why the requirement of heat energy to increase the two liquids into 1 degree Celsius is different, because both are having different nature. And one more example, I will take 1 liter of water and in second container 2 liter of water, then I will apply 1 joule of heat energy to that container which has that 1 liter of water, and also I will apply 1 joule of heat energy to that container which has 2 liter of water, and the first container of water, that is 1 liter of water, the temperature of that 1 liter of water increased into 1 degree Celsius maybe, but the temperature of that 2 liter of water may not be increased into 1 degree Celsius because of insufficient of heat energy with respect to the time. Amount, from this we can understand well, the amount or mass of the substance will be increased means the necessary heat energy to raise the temperature 1 degree Celsius also varied, because both are having the different masses. Expansion of substances. Definition. When heat energy is supplied to a body, there can be an increase in the dimension of the object. Here the dimension means the length of the object will be varied or area of the object will be varied. In other words, the volume of the object may be varied. This change in the dimension due to rise in temperature is called thermal expansion of a body. All forms of matter undergo expansion and heating, that is solid, liquid and a gaseous form. Expansion in solids. When a solid is heated, the atoms gain energy and vibrate more vigorously. Underline this. When a solid is heated, the atoms of that solid substance gain energy and then vibrate more vigorously. Vigorously means very rapidly. This results in the expansion of the solids. For a given change in temperature, the extension of expansion is smaller in solids when compared to liquids and gaseous. Why? Because this is due to the rigid nature of the solid. When compared to liquids and gases, the range of expansion will be smaller because of the rigid nature of the solids. Types of expansion in solids. There are three types: linear expansion, superficial expansion or aerial expansion, cubical expansion or volumetric expansion. First, we are going to read about linear expansion. Listen please. Linear expansion is nothing but, that is, we can say, one dimensional expansion. When a body is heated or cooled, the length of the body changes due to change in its temperature. Then the expansion is said to be linear or longitudinal expansion. Longitudinal expansion is nothing but the change of the dimension of that body with respect to length. Coefficient of linear expansion. The ratio of increase in length of the body per degree rise in the temperature to its unit length is called the coefficient of linear linear expansion. That is nothing but alpha L is equal to del L divided by L naught into del T. Now I am going to demonstrate that linear expansion. Linear expansion. I will take a rod of length L naught. I will take a rod of length L naught. Now the temperature of this rod T naught. Now I am going to apply some quantity of heat energy, we can say like Q quantity of heat energy to this rod. Then this rod gets linear expansion. Initial length of the rod L0 and extension of length del L. Then the total length of this rod, L is equal to L0 plus del L, and the temperature of this rod T is equal to T0 plus del T. Let's see. The length of the rod L0, temperature T0, del T applied heat energy, del T change in temperature, as per the definition, del L by L0 is directly proportional to del T. That means change in length is directly proportional to change in temperature. I am going to change this expression in terms of equation. Then I will apply that relevant constant, that is alpha L, that alpha L only coefficient of linear expansion. Therefore, this expression rewritten as del L divided by L0 is equal to alpha L into del T. From this, we will determine the value of alpha L, that is equal to del L divided by L0 into del T. Now applying units for this, for del L means meter and L0 also meter, then for temperature Kelvin. Meter cancelled, remaining 1 divided by K, that is nothing but the SI unit of coefficient of linear expansion is Kelvin inverse or Kelvin power minus 1. And also the value of coefficient of linear expansion is different for different materials. Underline this. Where del L is change in length, that is equal to final length minus original length. In other words, we can say the change in length is equal to the difference between the final length and initial or original length. And L0 original length del T change in temperature, that is equal to the final temperature minus of initial temperature. In other words, change in temperature, that is equal to the difference in final temperature to initial temperature. Alpha L is the coefficient of linear expansion. Next we will study about areal expansion. We can say simply that is two-dimensional changes or expansion. If there is an increase in the area of the solid object due to the heating, then the expansion is called a areal expansion. I am going to demonstrate that areal expansion. Areal expansion. I will consider a square initially the area of this square A0. Now I am going to apply the Q quantity of heat energy for this square. Then the area of this square will be increased. the area of the square will be increased like A is equal to A naught plus del A. Here del A means change in area with respect to applied heat energy. Then final temperature of this square T is equal to T naught plus del T. Del T means change in temperature with respect to applied heat. Coefficient of areal expansion. The ratio of increase in area of the body per degree rise in temperature to its unit area is called as coefficient of areal expansion. Already we know this. As per the definition, del A divided by A naught is directly proportional to del T. That means change in area with respect to original area is directly proportional to change in temperature of that object. Here also I will introduce a relevant constant, that is alpha A, that only known as coefficient of areal expansion. Now I will rewritten this equation in the form of coefficient of areal expansion, that is alpha A is equal to del A divided by A naught into del T. Applying units for this physical quantities, then instead of del A, that is area meter square, and A naught also area meter square, and del T means change in temperature measured in Kelvin. This meter square will be cancelled, remaining 1 divided by K, that is nothing but K inverse. In other words, we can say K power minus 1. From this, the SI unit of the coefficient of areal expansion is Kelvin power minus 1. The coefficient of areal expansion is different for different materials. Underline this. Where del A change in area, that is equal to final area to initial area. In other words, we can say change in area that is equivalent to the difference between the final area and initial area of the object. A naught is original or initial area. Del T change in temperature that is equal to final temperature and to initial temperature. In other words, the change in temperature that is equal to the difference in final temperature and initial temperature. Then we will read about that cubical expansion. We can say maybe three-dimensional expansion. If there is an increase in the volume of a solid body due to heating, then the expansion is called cubical or volumetric expansion. I will describe like this. I am going to describe the volumetric expansion like this. Cubical expansion. I will consider a cubical vessel. Initially, the volume of this cubical vessel V naught and temperature T naught. Now I am going to apply Q quantity of heat energy for this. Then there is a volumetric expansion initial volume V naught and a final volume V is equal to V naught plus del V. Here del V means change in the volume of this cubical vessel. At the same time, final temperature is equal to sum of initial temperature and a change in temperature del T. I think all are getting clear idea about the expansion of solids. Then coefficient of cubical expansion. The ratio of increase in volume of the body per degree rise in the temperature to its unit volume is called as coefficient of cubical expansion. As per the definition, del V divided by V naught is directly proportional to del T. Then applying relevant constant, that is alpha V, that is coefficient of cubical expansion, I will write this equation in terms of alpha V, that is alpha V is equal to del V divided by V naught into del T. Applying units for relevant physical quantities, change in volume also measured in meter cube and initial volume of the cubical vessel meter cube. Then change in temperature also measured in Kelvin, that is what meter cube and meter cube cancel, remaining 1 divided by K, that is nothing but K inverse. In other words, the SI unit of coefficient of cubical expansion is Kelvin power minus 1. The coefficient of cubical expansion is different for different materials. Thank you for listening.